Oh, wow. Hey, what up, Gale Nation? Welcome back to H24 Sports. I am your host, Sliced Bread Vin Pincharo. Behind me,
Welcome back.
Oh,
I've reappeared.
Where were you, dude?
It's Coob, everybody. Don't worry. That is Jacob J. Tip-Tiven. And he right there, he is the top dog, Danny Reardon. Welcome back, Jacob.
Yeah, welcome to Coob Late Night. The Coob Late Night is sponsored by
Welcome back
Oakley,
to
the
some
best
late night
sunglasses
H24.
for rowing. Yeah, take that, Hoka and Pit Vipers.
Hey,
Oakley's
I
superior.
have Pit Vipers. Let's not.
Yeah,
I'll let you give a shout out too. We have a special guest.
We
today.
do have a special
we have a
guest.
special guest. Abby, my
Woo!
lady friend, is in attendance.
Raise
Live
the
audience.
roof.
Live
We do have
audience.
a live
Is
studio
she even
audience.
listening to us?
I don't know.
Abby, give a thumbs up if you can hear.
This
She
is- this
she
is like
She's listening to
This
us.
is like Maury Povich. We have a live studio audience.
She might show up later on.
Oh,
We don't know.
maybe. But another
I
thing,
hope so.
I can see.
No,
It's okay.
I can
She
see
will.
your guys' faces. This is weird.
Yeah. Oh
This is
yeah.
so
For those
weird.
that don't know, as of today, actually, today's the day. The mask mandate. Actually, I'll read the email
Read
specifically
the email. I'll go explain.
as before
So,
we get into
you
the
know,
sports. 'cause
I
a lot
went to bed,
happened.
Jacob. I went to bed last night.
Did you?
And I was looking at my phone. I was like,
That's what one does.
there's been no NFL news recently.
There
And
really
then-
hasn't.
and then
Outside
I-
the combine.
And then I wake up in the morning out of a panic sweat, and I see all these
Panic sweats.
amazing.
Everything okay, Vin?
No, never. But I see all these like interesting NFL news. We'll get to it in a second. Danny, read the email.
So,
I'm like Pat
from my own
McAfee.
college, dear Daniel, comma.
Whoa,
Based
Dear
on the most
Daniel.
Danny
recent
gets very intimate with the college.
Georgiev starting,
Yes.
Jacob.
based on the
Minnesota.
most recent health data
Damn.
and updated
I know.
federal state policies, Iona College will also be updating its campus mask protocols in bold letters, effective March 8th. The
Which is
following
today, March 8th.
Today. The following policies will be in place. Masks will continue to be mandatory in all academic classrooms and teaching learning spaces, including but not limited to the Rudin Center, CAP, and IC Success. Masks will continue to be mandatory at Health Services, the Aragoni Center, Gale Express Shuttle. Masks will be highly recommended in all other indoor spaces,
That's the key.
especially residence halls and common spaces across campus.
Highly
Masks are not
recommended.
required outdoors, and that's all that's important. So basically, this isn't a academic. This isn't a classroom, right?
Nope.
This is a
No.
classroom? No.
I mean,
Abby, this is not a classroom.
okay,
correct?
all right, class. Today we're going to learn about
It's not a classroom.
why the United States is a global superpower. Reason 1, money.
Thank you.
Okay. Well,
Reason 2, freedom.
yes.
Reason
and,
3, bald eagles.
this-
Reason 4, hot dogs.
Ooh, okay,
Ooh.
okay, Coney Island.
This is not a health center though. This is not a
No.
hospital. This is not a.
It's about to be my hamstring.
Oh, yeah,
if
you-
my
yeah,
hamstring
yeah.
cramps up, it's about to be. a health
He
center.
kind of like. He
Then we'll
kinda
have
like
to-
And
act-
I might say some things that are not mission consistent. I apologize in advance if it happens.
Jacob
No need to
busted.
apologize.
I won't be able to hold myself
No
back.
need to
Jacob
apologize.
busted in like the Kool-Aid
Then
man.
just gotta be ready to hit the mics.
I'm ready.
But
Yeah, but
But right now I'm okay.
Yeah,
But-
I can see y'all beautiful faces.
Big-
And anyways, Vin,
It's
back
great.
to your waking up from a cold.
Oh yeah, so
sweat
I wake
from
up in
the NFL.
I wake up in the
Yes.
cold sweat to the biggest news story probably of the year when it regarding sports. Aaron Rodgers signed a 4-year extension with the Green Bay Packers, making him
False.
false. But I have right here on the doc
The-
that you wrote 4-year extension.
I wrote 4-year extension. The terms are not correct because Pat McAfee and Aaron Rodgers said so.
Yes.
Okay,
Pat
okay.
Pat McAfee heard from Aaron
But is
Rodgers
the money
himself.
still the same?
No.
No,
Nothing.
Is
the
it more or less?
There's-
probably less.
There's no money agreement at the moment.
Really? So I guess
It's
Shefty Boy was lying to us.
was Rap
Shefty and Rap Sheet.
Yeah,
were
Rap
lying.
Sheet-
Why
Rap
you
Sheet was
lie
on-
to us, journalists? Why you lie?
Now with that said though, they potentially could have offered it.
They
But-
probably did.
Another big thing.
So wait, I'm confused. Is he or is he not going back to the Packers?
He's back to the Packers.
He's back to the Packers.
Oh,
He
just the
tweeted-
back to the
tweeted-
The
Packers.
details aren't.
The details aren't finalized. But one thing that also is finalized, Devontae Adams also franchise tag. So the Packers get both of their huge free agents on offense back in Devontae and
It's
A-Rod.
awesome.
That's huge for Green Bay.
And you can expect them to just be great again. There's no reason not to.
I mean, the NFC North is a very weak division right now. So
yes.
I was when we had this conversation before when we were speculating if Rodgers was going to leave or not. And I was like, I don't know. Probably the Vikings might get in like at 500 or close to 500.
Well, now,
But now
it's
Now with
Packers.
A-Rod back, you get the 2-time MVP. Well, reigning 2-time MVP. I mean, he's
4-time. Yeah.
He has more MVPs, but he's
Well,
won back to
four
back.
MVPs.
yeah.
He's
Did he
more.
did he
I
go
don't
back
know
to back twice?
specifically. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
gonna
you also
Google that.
get arguably the best receiver in football back.
Yes, you do.
So-
And
I would say the best.
I would say it also
That's why I said arguably.
probably an expected improvement in special teams because they hired
Rich Pasicchia.
Pasicchia, and
Yeah.
great hire.
Yeah, I think it's Pasicchia.
I don't
but
know.
It's however you say it.
But do you know what the craziest thing is too?
What?
Neither of those two stories are the biggest stories of the day today.
No, David Njoku, franchise tagged by your Cleveland Browns.
Yes. Then do it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, but
Just kidding.
No, the
how about we
Dak Prescott and Zach
Martin. Contract.
restructure their contracts, free up $22 million
Amari
in cap space.
Amari is still getting released, but I think we should let Jacob take this one because it really involves stuff he likes to do. Coob,
What do I like to do?
gamble.
No, he does not.
Oh,
he does
no,
not.
I don't like to
He doesn't
gamble.
like to
You don't
gamble.
like to
No, he doesn't like
No.
to gamble.
No, I do not like
at
to
all.
gamble.
Not at
No,
all.
he doesn't.
Not at all.
No.
Never.
No,
No.
never.
Wait, hang on. I think I have a
No,
penny. I think I have a
no.
penny in my pocket.
No.
Vin.
I'm showing them the penny I
Vin.
picked up
Okay.
today. I
Vin.
picked up this penny today.
That's cute.
Yeah, I know. But no, Calvin Ridley.
Oh, I was not going to go Calvin Ridley.
Really? What were you gonna go with?
Oh, I was
The
gonna say
other,
that
the
was
other
yesterday.
quarterback thing.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, I was at the gym when it happened. Sorry.
Anyways, not a
Was
gambling
I?
man.
I don't think so.
But no. We can talk. Do you want to do Ridley or do you want to do the other trade?
Let's say Russ. Russ is more fun. It's a more fun one to talk about.
Okay. So yeah, Russ gets traded to the to the Denver Broncos.
Russell Wilson got traded to his own team today.
Yeah, to the Denver Broncos. It's Russ and a fifth. Oh no, Russ and a fourth. I'm going off the dome here. It's for Drew Lock, Noah Fant. It's a defensive tackle.
Dark
No.
Let me look at the trade. I'll look at the trade.
And then it's 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a 5th round pick.
So I know.
I don't know who the defensive tackle is, but the defensive tackle has had a couple really good years. Especially this year, but he's a little up in age. But it's not Derek Wolf. Overall though, I think it was a pretty solid trade. Overall.
I think because I mean Seattle, basically the same thing. Seattle wasn't going anywhere at this point with their. I feel like their window has closed officially.
Oh,
as of a
Coob,
few years ago.
the defensive lineman Shelby Harris.
Shelby Harris.
Shelby
Yeah,
Harris.
that's it.
He sounds familiar. Was he always been a Bronco?
No, he was a Raider and then he was a Bronco for the last couple years.
But
He's a vet though. He's been around for a bit.
Sorry, Danny.
it's all good.
Apologize.
What's it called? But Seattle's window closed a few years ago, and they kept trying.
It took them a while to notice it. Though.
Yeah, it took a while to notice it, so they're like, okay, we got to start over. Now the Broncos seem to be getting the missing piece, which was quarterback since Peyton Manning left.
But the crazy thing
You
is,
tell me Drew Lock's not the answer?
Well,
Drew Lock can rap Jeezy, so that's
That is
really
true.
so really who won the trade. I would take Drew Lock straight up for Russell Wilson.
Fair enough.
You would take. Did you say you would take Drew Lock over Russell Wilson?
Yeah, I said I'd take him straight up
Oh yeah, 100%.
because he
Why-
can rap
why wouldn't you?
Jeezy.
He can?
Anyways,
Good for
yeah,
him.
you know the thing of him singing "Put On."
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, I'll show you in the break. It's classic.
Okay.
But no, I like to trade both ways. But for Denver, like, yeah, you said it. They've been looking for the missing piece at quarterback since Peyton. You know, he had Brock come in. They drafted Drew. Wasn't anything. You had Paxton Lynch, plethora of guys.
Yeah.
And now you get a surefire thing in Russell Wilson. Although he has been injured a little bit last year and the year before. Or was he healthy the year before?
Who, Russ?
Ross.
Let's just go with
He
for a
missed,
fact
he missed a
injured
couple of
last year.
games because of his thumb injury, I think. That
Last
was
year.
Last year, I
I'm
think.
going the year before.
The year before, I think they made the playoffs the year before, right? You may double check. I'll double check.
I will say this
think
too,
so.
though. I don't think Russell will have to do that much. This team
The
offensively.
team is really good.
Yeah, you got
However,
What?
The AFC West is loaded.
It is.
You
I
have
mean,
the Chiefs, who are going to be perennial
They're wagon.
Super Bowl contenders for the next decade. You have the Chargers, who just made a huge move in re-signing Mike Williams to a 3-year, $60 million contract, and so their pieces all together. And Herbert is a
freak.
stud.
Yeah.
Sophomore slump.
This is junior year,
He just had a. This is
Where
his
did
sophomore
time go?
year.
Because I have no idea.
and he, in fact, did not slump his sophomore year.
This
He
is
had-
true. Jacob, 2020 Seattle Seahawks, 12-4 record, lost in the wild card to the Los Angeles Rams.
There you go. All right, so
So-
they made it last year.
Yeah.
But and then you have the Raiders, who Josh
Just made
McDaniels
the
came in.
playoffs.
They hired
They did
Patrick,
just make the playoffs,
Patrick
though.
Graham.
Patrick Graham, defensive
And
coordinator.
have actually the best quarterback in that division, Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, is
I'm sorry.
underrated
Wait, who
quarterback.
else is in that division?
Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and now Russell Wilson.
And
But
uh,
I
Yeah,
mean,
I would
Derek-
take Derek Carr like 9 times out of 10 out of those. 4.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
who else could I take? Like Mr. Ketchup Man? No. Hey guys, I'm Pat Mahomes. I like football.
And then but no, I don't. I think it's a really good job with Denver, and it just adds to another team in the AFC that becomes a contender.
I really wanted him to get.
Do you want to hear the pain
I would love
that
to
I
hear the
have to
pain.
go through now?
Sure, Danny.
Look at the AFC quarterbacks that we have to go through now.
Well, you don't necessarily have to go through all of them. It's not like the Jets have to play. Plus, let's be real here, kid. All right.
Can we get real
What
for a
are the
second?
Jets
Can we
doing?
get real, Jacob? Let's get real.
Let's get real.
Well, I'm saying
the Jets
that's
doing?
the point. Unless Zach Wilson is if Zach Wilson's not a top 5 quarterback in football, we're done.
Well,
have
he
faith
was
in-
a top 5 quarterback because it's the second overall pick.
As a Giants fan, I don't know if I've said this before, but as a Giants fan, Danny, I have a lot of what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for?
Not sympathy.
No, not
empathy.
Sympathy. No, I think
Hatred.
I think Zach Wilson has a very high ceiling. I think he just needs the right people around him and the right weapons,
Well,
and I think he'll be a great quarterback.
I hope so. I hope you're
I
right.
hope so.
I hope so.
Hey
guys.
But yeah, then there was also some franchise tags.
You wanna
Notably Chris Godwin is
Yeah.
getting tagged.
So he'll be back.
You said David Njoku,
Dalton Schultz.
Orlando Brown, Kansas City, Jesse Bates, Cincinnati. I'm really high on Jesse Bates. I think he's a great safety, probably one of the best in football. Mike Gesicki. I love My dad hates Mike Gesicki.
What did he ever do?
He's a Dolphins fan. He hates everything about the franchise.
That's fair.
Chris Godwin, like you guys said, Devontae Adams, and offensive tackle Cam Robinson. That was kind of shocking to me.
I don't think so because Jacksonville really doesn't have that many free agents, and Cam Robinson is a young, solid tackle. So shore up that spot for at least another year. Maybe see if you can work an extension out with there and build up the offensive line around Lawrence. Plus, they have the first overall
It's
pick.
insane. Jacksonville has a terrible team, and yet they have an offensive lineman who's like better than all 5 of the Giants linemen.
Well, because
Did the Giants?
Andrew Thomas is better.
Did the Giants tag anyone?
Cam Robinson, yes. No,
They did.
because we don't. The Giants also don't really have that many free agents.
Who do we have to tag? We did pick up Saquon's 5th-year option,
We did that last year.
but Joe Shane said nothing's off the table with the roster.
Since we cut Devontae Booker, also Kyle Rudolph, that means nothing.
Are we re-signing Blake Martinez? You think?
We haven't.
He's under contract.
It'd be whether or not we cut him.
It was a 2-year deal. This is
Probably sign an extension.
You know what? Let me look that up. I like to Google things. The energy is much higher now that I can see your beautiful faces. So.
But no. I think since Devontae Booker got cut, the Giants need Saquon for at least this year. So I think they'll rob a Saquon.
I mean, I saw there's talks of the Panthers aren't shopping him, but
CMC.
They're
listening on CMC
on a
That is
renegotiated deal.
where would you want CMC to be?
the Giants.
Okay, let's can I be real about CMC?
You're being really real about it.
Can I be real about CMC? CMC doesn't he can't stay healthy enough to be a top 5 running back.
Well, I mean, he's top 5 when healthy. But overall, yes, I do understand what you're saying.
How many games has he played over the past 2 seasons? 12, 14 games?
No, I don't even think you're correct 10.
Exactly.
But no, you are right there.
I will say this.
But the thing is, his talent. Sorry about that.
Good.
His talent is so high where like you have to like look past the last 2 years. If you're a team like, especially in the AFC, like because of how stacked it is, you need to put yourself far and above everyone else.
Oh, I was wrong. It's a 3-year, not a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I mean, that's interesting. Plus, the Panthers are looks like they're blowing it up. So,
well, yeah. I mean, they're stuck with Donald for another year. I would
look. They might draft his replacement.
Think Darnold's bad. I don't.
He's awful.
I just think he got ruined by the Jets.
He did.
It's been 5 or 4 years.
This is going into year 4, year 5.
Year five. This is going into year 5.
And Jones going into what, year 4, year 3?
He's going to year 4.
Yeah, Donald graduated already.
Donald
Donald graduated the young quarterback stuff.
Yeah, he's
this is
unless he
insane.
really
I feel
can do
so
it,
old.
he is
Not
good at
Oh,
the
and
sport
breaking
football.
news: the Wild have already scored a goal 10 minutes into the game.
Woo!
Ryan Hartman.
Dang
Great.
it.
I'm sad now. There goes my happiness.
But I guess we can go into Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
then.
we can talk about Ridley now.
So yeah, Calvin Ridley stepped away from football earlier this year.
Stepped away from football.
And in that process, when he was away from the team, he made 3 bets in total amounting to $1,500. And the NFL found out. He was suspended for a year. And now there's a lot of talks about whether or not he deserves to be suspended or not.
He 100% deserved to be suspended.
I'm just talking about the thing, and then I'll get into my stance on it.
Sorry.
But it's mainly about like how all the betting companies are being partnered and how, previous suspensions with domestic violence and all this stuff are less than this. That's why a lot of people are upset. But if you guys want to have your point on it, go for it.
I'd say this. I mean, obviously, the season, that's a lot. And even though that, like, obviously I believe that what they've done, like what these players have done to be suspended for less, I mean, at the grand scheme of things, like Kareem Hunt punted someone and he only got suspended for X amount of games, 4 games. And then this, Pat McAfee said that, he said that the NFL has always been like rather like harsh with like gambling and stuff like that.
I think all sports have,
yeah, because it's the integrity of the game.
Yeah,
that's like Pete Rose, for example. He's out of the Hall of Fame. Gambled on his own games.
For the love of the game.
I will say this too, though. He was good at it. Apparently, he won a lot.
Yeah, apparently.
He was pretty. He always says, he always said, I might have gambled, but man, was I good at it. But yeah, like that's kind of how I feel. Like I wish it was different, but like from the NFL's point of view and based on like the history of suspending people with that, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
See, I agree with you on a certain level. I'm sorry about that, Jacob.
Yeah, no, go for it.
I'm sorry for cutting you
I'll
off.
give my take at the end.
I do agree with Danny. I think that there are things that former players and players now have done that deserve more suspension time. But with how I feel is that if you're playing in a professional sports league for a professional sports team and you're getting paid millions of dollars to do that sport, to go and bet on that sport that you play in, it's unethical. You can't do that. You can't do that. Because then, I mean, and I was watching and Biggs was showing me like clips of Calvin Ridley of him just like
giving up on plays.
Yeah, that
giving
was
up
kind
on
of
plays.
funny.
It does look a little suspicious now in hindsight, but you also don't know, because there are other factors in football where you don't know, like if he's saving himself from a big hit or
like that,
other things, but him running or maybe just awareness in general could just be low. But you do never know.
Yeah,
and that's
those
the thing.
Those videos were kind of funny though.
They are funny, but
they're
yeah,
so funny.
But no, I agree with both. Like, I think you have to look away from the other suspensions, just do this how it is, and then focus on how you handle the other stuff later. But looking at gambling, especially now with how the NFL is partnering with so many sports books, teams are sports books, and it's getting more legalized state by state. It's a threat to the game's integrity, like you said, and it needs to be punished very harshly
to make sure
this doesn't happen. Like, is Calvin really one of the best receivers, one of the best young receivers in the league? Yeah, absolutely. You forget.
What year is he in? 1 or 2?
3.
He's already 27.
I'm sorry.
Was he like a JUCO transfer or something?
What year will he be when he comes back from suspension?
I think this was his second year, right?
Calvin, he's been there for longer than that.
Really?
I don't think so. I might be thinking of Russell Gage by mistake.
Oh no, not 2. He's definitely like year 4 or something.
Yeah. This was year 4.
This was year 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are we so old?
He's one of the better receivers in football.
Oh yeah, when healthy, he definitely is.
I wouldn't put him in the top 15.
But no, you need to punish this harshly, because
100%.
Like, say you don't. Like, the thing that came into mind in going to integrity was like, one player can bet on another player and like they can be friends. So like, say like going out with friends, saying Odell and Jarvis Landry decide, and I'm just throwing names out there just because I know they're friends.
Yeah, obviously.
They could be like, hey, I know I'm not getting the ball a lot. You can hit me on the under for yards, and if I do go, I'll go down, and you can do the same thing for me. And then they go back and forth like that. Then you get into people throwing games. Like, if you can get like a 20-yard reception, but you go down at 10, like those are just small things that add up. And then you can get into like whole different things, like avoiding touchdowns and scoring in garbage time when you can just run out the clock and to hit an over, or like there are athletes should not be allowed to do it. If athletes want to bet, I think it's another thing. Like if they bet on the NBA or the NHL.
Well, yeah, because it's
like other sports, sure. But
not your sport.
I don't know. You should be barred from
wholeheartedly with that.
I also believe partially that the NFL, like if you are an NFL player, you should not be able to bet on college football.
On college football?
On college football. I don't think you should be able to bet within your sport.
Why did it? Like, I'm not disagreeing. I just want to say, like,
because I feel like it can bring up. I don't know. I just feel like it can be shady, and you can bring up problems with like say you bet on LSU to cover, and your team drafts the LSU receiver who dropped a touchdown. You might have bad blood with that guy, and it could become a problem. Or like NFL players could influence, because there always influence in college football with outside sources, and I feel like this just adds more. So I want to just play it safe and just be like, don't bet within your sport.
I would say, like, I guess thinking about it more, this might be a little harsh, but I'd say like betting as a whole as like an athlete.
Yeah, understandable.
Because like,
But I feel like
because you can like LeBron James is friends with a lot of people. Not saying LeBron's a gambling man at all. I don't think he is. But let's just say like, hey,
as a LeBron stan, are you disrespecting Bron?
But like,
Bron
it's also
kidding,
one thing from playing blackjack at a casino versus putting money down on.
Well,
like, the
yeah, I think
package
you
to
should.
cover.
I think if you go to the casino and play blackjack or what is it?
No,
like,
illegal. Ban all gambling.
Yeah,
like stuff like that. I think that's fine. It's when you get on betting to like betting certain like betting on games or whatever, betting on fights and whatnot.
It's like when it's like in whatchamacallit, Back to the Future, when he had the almanac, the sports almanac.
Has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it does. He was using
LeBron James. Look, Calvin Ridley knows the outcome of the games.
Yes, because he's a
He
time
knows the
traveler. Because
outcome of
Calvin Ridley's a
every
time
game over the
traveler.
next 50 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But no, it's an interesting thing to say, but like, I feel like you should have like a right to do so. Like just as a human, like you have the right to do whatever you want. Just like when it interferes with your job, then you need to.
That's when you got to hold horses and be like,
Yeah,
oh,
you gotta pull
wait.
things back. Just like LeBron should not be able to bet on the Kings.
Absolutely, like
Sacramento Kings.
I thought you were about to say I was like Los Angeles Kings.
He should like
LA Kings too. They're same city.
Nah,
but
we don't talk about the LA Kings.
Yeah,
but you shouldn't allow for another degree of influence to be had over the outcome of a game.
I agree.
I think that's perfectly
Because
put.
it's not
So
fair to
eloquent.
the team, it's not fair to the fans, it's not fair to everyone except the person placing the bet. It's a very selfish thing to do.
And it just I guess there's no other better
Very
way to say it.
selfish by Calvin Ridley.
But I will say this though, he turned himself in.
He did. I mean, yeah.
I mean, he was.
Well,
honest
he didn't
about
turn
it.
himself in.
He told the truth.
It got flagged. I think it was FanDuel or something, or whatever. So they reported it to the NFL. They're like, "Hey, we think this account was run by Calvin Ridley," and they were like, "Okay, let's investigate." And they're like, "Oh, it is Calvin Ridley. That's illegal."
Yeah.
And then Calvin Ridley was like, "Yeah, I don't have a gambling problem." Blah 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 blah. And then they were like, "No one said you had a gambling problem. You're saying you're an idiot, and you are an idiot."
Yeah.
Like,
He's an
because like
idiot.
that's also another thing. Like just like how.
Come on.
Use your head.
And the thing is too, gambling, it's not legal in the state that he did it in.
Didn't he do it in Florida?
I don't know, but
I
like,
think he went into Florida and did it.
Okay,
I think that's what I read.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know if it's legal in Florida though.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't
It's
think
not. No,
legal in
Pat
Florida.
McAfee said it's not because he's sponsored with FanDuel.
And
Ooh,
that's-
Jacob, 2-0 Wild.
Oh, that's splendid.
I'm
But
sad
yeah, I don't think
already.
it's legal. I don't think it's legal. What's up, y'all? I don't know who you are.
Yeah, wave. Yeah.
How much time we got?
As much time as we want.
Well, no, but I mean, like, how much time is
We're
this?
at 22 minutes of this NFL segment.
You want to take a break?
Yeah,
take a
let's
little-
call it.
Take a
Sorry,
little
break.
break. When we come back, NCAA basketball. It's March, and I'm feeling mad. That's all I gotta say.
I'm happy.
He's happy.
I've
I'm
never been
mad.
happier in my life.
I love March. We'll see you guys
This
later.
is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
Turn off the mics.
Turn off the mics.